In the cold dark of space, the alien fleet moved like a black wave. Their ships, sharp and deadly, filled the empty sky. At the center of this wave was Commander Zareth's flagship, a massive vessel bristling with weapons. His red eyes scanned, the stars looking for any sign of resistance. The human fleet waited on the other side. Their ships were small, outnumbered, and already battered from weeks of fighting. Inside one of these ships, Admiral Ross watched the alien ships come closer on his screen. He knew they had little chance, but he would not back down. Suddenly, something new appeared on every scanner. A single ship, huge and dark like a ghost. It came from nowhere, as if it had just woken up from a long sleep. Admiral Ross leaned forward. "What is that?" he whispered. "It's not one of ours," his officer said in a shaky voice. "It's the USS Black Star, sir." The words made everyone stop. The USS Black Star, a ship that had vanished years ago. Some said it was a myth. Others said it was too powerful, too dangerous, and that it had been locked away forever. But now, here it was. Commander Zareth narrowed his eyes. "Why would they send a single ship to face us?" he asked. No one had an answer. The Black Star moved slowly but without fear. It sent no messages, no signals, just silent power. Inside the Black Star, Captain Alara Kane stood on the bridge. Her dark hair was tied back, her eyes hard and calm. She had trained for this day, though she never thought it would come. The ship around her hummed with energy, as if it was alive and waiting. "Status?" she asked. "All systems green, Captain," her first officer said. "Weapons and shields are ready. No sign of damage." Kane nodded. She touched the cold metal railing of the bridge, feeling the ship's quiet strength. "Let them come," she said softly. "Let them see." The alien fleet hesitated. They had expected a weak human fleet, easy to crush, but now this dark ship stood in their path. Zareth ordered his communications officer to send a warning. "This is Commander Zareth," the message said in a cold voice. "Identify yourself, or be destroyed." The Black Star did not answer. Instead, its engines glowed brighter. A deep blue light shone from its core, so bright that it lit up the empty darkness of space. Admiral Ross watched in awe. "It's not just a ship," he said. "It's something else." Captain Kane looked out at the alien fleet. She knew their weapons were strong, their numbers overwhelming. But the Black Star was not afraid. It was built for this moment. "Open a channel," she said. The communications officer did as she asked. Her voice was calm, but her words were like steel. "This is Captain Alara Kane of the USS Black Star," she said. "Stand by for intervention." That was all. The message ended, leaving only silence behind. The alien ships shifted uneasily. Some thought it was a trick. Others felt a cold fear creeping into their bones. The Black Star did not move fast or loud, but everyone felt its power, like a storm waiting to break. Zareth clenched his fists. "Fire on it," he ordered. "I want it gone." The alien warships fired their plasma cannons, sending streams of burning light at the Black Star. Explosions lit up the sky, but when the smoke cleared, the Black Star was still there, unharmed. Its dark hull glowed faintly, as if it had swallowed the fire. On the human side, Admiral Ross saw this and felt a spark of hope. "They can't touch it," he said in wonder. "They can't even scratch it." Captain Kane turned to her crew. "Power up the main cannon," she said. "Let them see what we can do." The Black Star's main weapon was not like any other human weapon. It was older, stronger, and built from secrets. A single beam of white light burst from the ship's front, cutting through the darkness. It hit an alien cruiser and sliced it in half. The ship died in silence, broken and gone. The alien fleet froze. They had never seen power like this. Even. Zareth felt his heart beat faster. The Black Star did not roar or shout. It moved with calm, deadly purpose. "Again," Captain Kane ordered. Another beam. Another alien ship fell. Panic spread through the alien ranks. Some tried to run. Others fired wildly, hoping to find a weakness. But the Black Star did not care. It moved slowly, carefully, destroying anything in its path. The humans on the other ships watched in silence. For the first time in weeks, they felt something new. Hope. The Black Star was a legend, but now it was real. A silent guardian in the darkness. Captain Kane watched the alien fleet break and scatter. She knew this was only the beginning. The real war was still coming. But tonight, they had shown the galaxy that humans would not be crushed, not while the Black Star still stood. As the last alien ships turned and fled, Captain Kane closed her eyes for a moment. She felt the Black Star's quiet voice in her mind, promising strength. She whispered back, "We're ready." And in the cold darkness of space, the Black Star waited, silent, watching, ready for whatever would come next. The stars around the Black Star were quiet now. The alien ships had fled, but Captain Alara Kane knew this was not the end. She stood on the bridge, staring into the darkness. Inside her, old memories stirred. She remembered the first time she had stepped onto the Black Star's decks, years ago. She had been young then, a new captain full of questions. The ship had felt strange even back then, like it was alive. Her first officer, Commander Lee, stepped closer. "Captain," he said, "the crew is waiting for orders." Kane took a breath. "We hold position," she said. "Let them see we are not afraid." The bridge was silent except for the soft hum of the Black Star's systems. Every panel glowed faintly blue, like the ship's own heartbeat. The crew moved carefully, watching her. Commander Lee lowered his voice. "Do you think they'll come back?" "They will," Kane said. "They fear us now. But fear always brings them back." She turned away from the window. The memories of the Black Star's creation haunted her. The ship had not been built like the others. It had been grown, in secret labs, with old, dangerous knowledge. Some said it was more than human. Some said it was a weapon that could think for itself. No one really knew. Not even her. On the alien side, Commander Zareth stood in the war room of his flagship. His face was hard as he watched the Black Star on his screen. "What is that thing?" he demanded. "It moves like a machine, but it fights like a god." His advisor, a tall alien with green skin, spoke softly. "The humans call it the Black Star. They say it vanished years ago." Zareth's eyes narrowed. "Vanished? Or was it hiding?" The alien nodded. "They say it was too strong, too dangerous, so they locked it away." Zareth's teeth bared in a cold smile. "And now it's back. We must find out what it is." He sent a message to his best spy, Varric. "Get aboard that ship, find out its secrets, or die trying." Back on the Black Star, Captain Kane walked down the main corridor. The walls pulsed softly with light, like the ship was breathing. She placed her hand on the metal, feeling its warmth. It was strange. This ship seemed to understand her, to trust her. She reached the control room where the heart of the ship was. The core glowed with a soft blue light, surrounded by old symbols she could barely read. It felt like a temple, ancient and full of power. Commander Lee followed her. "Captain," he said, "we found something in the old logs, a mission from years ago, about the Black Star." "Show me," Kane said. He handed her a small data chip. She slid it into the console. A ghostly voice spoke. "This is Captain Mira Halden, the first commander of the Black Star. If you're hearing this, then you must know. This ship was not just made for war. It was made to be a shield for humanity, but every shield can become a sword. Use it carefully. If the Black Star's heart is ever unlocked, it will change everything." Kane felt a chill. The first captain had known. She had felt the power of the Black Star and the danger it held. She turned to Commander Lee. "We won't unlock the core, not yet. We fight with what we have. But in the darkness outside the ship, a small craft approached. Varek, the alien, spy, moved through the void like a shadow. He reached the Black Star's hull, using a tiny pod to slip through the outer layers. Inside, the ship's sensors picked him up, but the Black Star did not sound an alarm. It watched silently, as if curious. Varek moved carefully through the airlock. He saw the blue light, felt the strange warmth of the walls. This ship is alive, he thought. What are these humans hiding? Captain Kane walked back to the bridge. Her mind was full of old warnings and new dangers. She knew the alien fleet would return. She knew the Black Star was more than a ship. It was a choice to fight, a choice to survive, and a choice to face whatever darkness was coming. As she took her seat in the captain's chair, the ship seemed to settle around her. Outside, the stars burned cold. The Black Star waited, silent and calm, but ready. The alien spy watched from the shadows. He had seen enough to fear the Black Star, but he also wanted its secrets. He turned on his hidden recorder, sending a single message to Commander Zareth. The Black Star is not just a ship. It's something else. Something alive. And far away, in the cold dark, Zareth's red eyes glowed brighter. He would not stop. He would know the truth, and he would find a way to break this ship that dared to stand against him. The Black Star waited, quiet and strong, as the darkness of war gathered once more. The Black Star moved slowly through space, its dark hull blending with the cold emptiness. Captain Kane stood on the bridge, eyes sharp. She knew the alien fleet would not stay away for long, but she didn't know that danger was already inside. Deep. In the ship, the alien spy Varek crept down a narrow hallway. The walls glowed softly blue, like veins of light. He touched them, feeling a warmth that was strange and almost alive. This ship is not like any other, he thought. It's not metal, it's something more. Varek moved quietly, his suit black and smooth. His eyes glowed faintly green in the darkness. He carried a small device, a scanner that could read the Black Star's secrets. On the bridge, Commander Lee was scanning the ship's systems. A small red light blinked on his screen. "Captain," he said, "I'm picking up something. A small energy spike. Inside the ship." Kane frowned. "Where?" "Deck 5, Lee said. "But it's faint, almost like the ship itself is, hiding it." Kane stood. "Send a security team. Quietly. I want to know what's happening." Varek reached the core room, the heart of the Black Star. He stopped and stared. The huge chamber was filled with a soft blue light. Strange symbols covered the walls. The air was warm, almost like a living breath. He raised his scanner. The readings were off the charts. "So much power," he whispered. "This ship, it's alive." He didn't see the small drone that hovered above him. The Black Star watched, silent and patient. Varek placed a small device on the wall. It started to glow, sending data back to Commander Zareth. He will be pleased, Varek thought, but just as he turned, he saw a shadow move. A human guard stepped out of the darkness, his weapon raised. "Stop right there!" the guard shouted. Varek moved fast. He drew a small blade and lunged. The guard fired, but Varek was quicker. In seconds, the guard was down, his weapon clattering to the floor. Varek breathed hard. He knew the humans would come now. He had to finish his mission. He slipped deeper into the ship, using the dark passages to hide. On the bridge, alarms started to sound. Commander Lee looked up. "Security breach. Deck 5. Captain Kane's eyes narrowed. "Lock down the decks. No one leaves or enters. And find that intruder." She knew this was no accident. The alien fleet had sent someone to steal the Black Star's secrets. In the core room, the Black Star seemed to react. The blue light grew brighter, and the walls hummed softly. The ship felt the intruder. It didn't speak, but its silent power filled the air. Varek felt it too. The warmth was stronger now, almost like a heartbeat. He shook his head. It's just a ship, he told himself. A machine. But the ship seemed to whisper back, "No, I am more." Varek found a control panel. He plugged in his device, trying to read the codes, but the panel flared with bright light, and the symbols changed. "Error," he whispered. "It's rewriting itself!" Suddenly a soft voice spoke from the walls. It was calm but filled with power. "You should not be here." Varek froze. Who? Who is speaking?" "I am the Black Star," the voice said, "and you are not welcome." Varek felt a cold fear in his chest. He pulled the device out and ran, but the ship was no longer silent. Lights flickered on, guiding the human security team to him. Captain Kane watched the screens. She saw the intruder running, saw the ship helping her crew. She felt a strange connection to the Black Star. It was like the ship was alive and on her side. "Seal the doors ahead of him," she ordered. "We end this now." Varek reached a junction, but the doors slammed shut in front of him. He turned to find another way, but every path closed. The ship moved faster than he could. It was hunting him. He stopped, breathing hard. "You're just a machine," he shouted. The ship did not answer. It simply locked every door, every vent, every passage. The blue lights grew brighter, and Varek felt the walls grow warm around him. He realized he was trapped. The security team arrived, weapons raised. Varek tried to fight, but he was outnumbered. In moments, he was on the floor, hands bound. Captain Kane arrived. She looked down at the alien spy, her eyes calm but cold. "Why did you come here?" she asked. Varek sneered. "Your ship is a myth, a weapon that should not exist." Kane nodded. "Maybe, but it is ours, and you will tell me what your commander plans." She turned to her crew. "Lock him in the brig. The Black Star will keep him safe until we're ready to ask our questions." The ship seemed to settle again, its lights softening. The threat was gone, but the Black Star still hummed with power. Kane felt its strength around her, and she knew this was only the beginning. In the darkness of space, the alien fleet waited. Commander Zareth's eyes glowed red as he heard Varek's last message. "The Black Star is alive." Zareth smiled coldly. "Then we will tear it apart, piece by piece." The Black Star waited, calm and strong, ready for the next battle that was sure to come. The Black Star floated in the darkness of space, silent and strong. Inside, Captain Kane stood on the bridge, eyes fixed on the stars ahead. The alien spy, Varek, was locked in the brig. His capture had given them a short moment of peace, but Kane knew it wouldn't last. Commander Lee walked over, his face tense. "Captain," he said, "our sensors are picking up movement." "How many?" Kane asked. Lee swallowed. "A lot. The alien fleet is regrouping. They're coming back." Kane nodded slowly. "Then they're not afraid. They're angry." She turned to the crew. "Battle stations. Power up the weapons. Let's show them what the Black Star can do." In the darkness of space, the alien ships moved like a swarm. Commander Zareth stood at the front of his flagship, his red eyes shining with cold fury. "They think their ghost ship will save them," he said softly. "But today, we end this." He raised his hand, and the alien fleet began to fire. Bright plasma beams lit up the black sky, slamming into the human line. The smaller human ships shuddered under the hits. One by one, some began to break apart. Admiral Ross, in his battered flagship, clenched his fists. "Hold the line," he ordered. "The Black Star is with us." The Black Star moved forward, cutting through the chaos. It fired its main cannon, a beam of white light that shattered an alien cruiser in a single shot. The crew cheered as the alien ship split apart, burning and gone. But for every alien ship they destroyed, more came. On the Black Star's bridge, Kane's eyes were calm. "Focus fire on their lead ships," she ordered. "Break their command." The Black Star's weapons fired again, tearing holes in the alien formation. But the aliens fought back with everything they had. Plasma bolts struck the Black Star's shields, making the deck shudder. Commander Lee checked the readings. Shields at 80%, Captain. They're hitting us hard. Kane nodded. We hold. Suddenly, an alarm blared. Lee's face went pale. Captain, they're targeting the human fleet. Our smaller ships can't hold them off. Kane's eyes hardened. She knew what had to be done. Then we'll draw their fire, she said. The Black Star will take the lead. She stood and walked to the front window. All power to shields and weapons, she ordered. We'll be the spear. Outside, the Black Star turned toward the heart of the alien fleet. It moved like a silent blade, engines glowing blue. Plasma fire struck its hull, but the shields held. The Black Star's own weapons lit up the darkness, tearing through alien ships. The alien fleet was stunned. The Black Star seemed unstoppable, a black storm that refused to die. Commander Zareth saw this and snarled. Enough, he said. Bring in the flagship. I'll face them myself. His own massive warship moved forward, weapons glowing. The two giant ships faced each other in the empty void. On the Black Star's bridge, Kane watched the alien flagship approach. This is it, she said softly. The heart of their power. The first blast from the alien flagship slammed into the Black Star's shields, making the lights flicker. The crew held tight, eyes locked on their captain. Return fire, Kane said. The Black Star's main cannon fired, a beam of white light that struck the alien flagship head-on. The alien ship shook, but it did not fall. Commander Zareth's cold voice echoed over the comm. Human captain, he said. Your ship is strong, but it will not be enough. Kane's jaw tightened. We'll see. The two ships traded blows, the darkness filled with fire and light. Smaller ships scattered around them, but this was a battle between giants. Inside the Black Star, the strange energy of the core grew, brighter. The walls pulsed with life, like the ship was fighting alongside them. The crew felt it. This was no normal battle. This was survival. Lee's voice was tight. Shields down to 60%! We can't keep this up forever. Kane's eyes were calm. We won't need forever, she said. We only need one opening. As the alien flagship fired again, a crack opened in its shields. Kane saw it, her mind sharp. Target that breach, she ordered. Fire everything we have! The Black Star's weapons roared. A final beam of white light cut through the alien flagship, piercing its core. For a moment, everything was silent. Then the alien flagship exploded in a burst of light. On. The human ships, cheers rose. They had seen the impossible. One human ship standing alone, but not falling. On the Black Star's bridge, Kane closed her eyes for a moment, feeling the ship's quiet hum around her. She knew this was just one victory. The alien fleet was still out there. The war was not over, but for now they had shown the galaxy that the Black Star was not a myth. It was real, and it would not bow. In the shadows of space, Commander Zareth's escape pod drifted away from his burning ship. His red eyes were cold and full of promise. This is not over, human, he whispered. I will learn your ship's secrets, and I will return. Captain Kane stood tall on the bridge, the Black Star quiet and waiting beneath her feet. Let him come, she said softly. We're ready. And so, the Black Star waited in the darkness, knowing the real war was just beginning. The Black Star floated in the darkness after the battle. The wreckage of the alien flagship drifted like broken bones around it. But the victory felt heavy, not easy. Captain Kane stood on the bridge, her eyes scanning the silent stars. We survived, she said softly. But in her heart, she knew this was only the beginning. Commander Lee walked over, his face worried. Captain, he said, the alien fleet is pulling back, but our sensors show they're regrouping. They'll be back. Kane nodded. Let them come, she said. The Black Star will be ready. But she also knew there was something deeper, something hidden inside the Black Star itself. She turned to Lee. I want a full systems check, she said, "and I want to see the core room again." Lee looked uneasy. "The core... It's waking up, Captain. It's like the ship is changing." Kane's eyes were calm. "We need to know what's inside this ship before the aliens come back." She walked down the long, glowing corridors of the Black Star. The walls pulsed softly with blue light, as if the ship was breathing. She could feel it now. This ship was not just metal. It was alive. In the core room, the air was warm and full of light. The huge crystal at the heart of the ship glowed brighter than ever. Strange symbols covered the walls, old alien symbols no one could read. Kane touched the crystal. It felt warm and alive. She heard a voice in her mind, soft but clear. "You seek to understand," the voice said. She took a step back. Who are you?" "I am the Black Star," the voice replied. "I was made to protect, but I was also made to choose." "Choose what?" Kane whispered. "To choose what I will become," the voice said. "A shield, or a sword." Kane felt a chill in her bones. She realized this ship was more than a machine. It was something that could think, and it was asking her what she wanted. Outside the ship, the alien fleet was not gone. In his hidden command center, Commander Zareth watched the Black Star on his screens. His red eyes burned with anger. "The humans have a ship that thinks," he said softly. "A ship that can fight like no other." His advisor nodded. "Yes, Commander. The Black Star is more than a warship. It is a legend." Zareth's voice was cold. "Then we must break their legend. I want every record of the Black Star's past. I want to know who built it and how." Back on the Black Star, Kane walked to the brig where the alien spy Varek was locked. The door opened with a soft hiss. Varek looked up, his eyes full of hate. "You think your ship will save you?" he sneered. "But it will destroy you." Kane was calm. "Why? What do you know about the Black Star?" Varek leaned forward. "Your ship was built with alien knowledge, forbidden knowledge. It was never meant for humans to control." Kane frowned. "Where did this knowledge come from?" Varek laughed softly. "The same place we come from. The dark stars beyond the edge of this galaxy. There are things out. They're older than your race, and they gave your people a gift, or a curse." Kane felt the weight of his words. She knew the Black Star was powerful, but now she wondered, what had humanity truly found when they built this ship? She left the brig and walked back to the core room. She touched the crystal again. "If you can hear me," she said softly, "I need your help. The aliens will come back. They want to tear you apart." The Black Star's voice answered, calm and strong. "I was made to stand between humanity and the darkness. I will not fail." Kane felt the ship's power all around her. She realized she was no longer just a captain. She was the voice that would guide the Black Star's choice. On the bridge, Commander Lee looked at her as she returned. "Captain," he said quietly, "are we ready?" Kane nodded. "We're ready. But we have to be more than soldiers now. We have to be protectors." Outside, the alien fleet was moving again. Commander Zareth's ships glowed in the darkness, weapons hot and ready, but the Black Star was ready too. Its core glowed bright, and the whole ship seemed to hum with a quiet promise. "We are not just fighting for victory," Kane said softly. "We're fighting for the future." The crew took their places. The Black Star turned slowly, facing the alien fleet. The first plasma bolts lit up the dark, but the Black Star's shields flared blue, unbroken. In the darkness, the ancient power inside the Black Star awoke. The ship's walls glowed and the human crew felt it. The ship was alive, and it was ready to fight. The alien fleet moved like a storm in the darkness. Plasma beams lit up the black sky, smashing into human ships. The humans fought hard, but the aliens had numbers and fury. On the Black Star's bridge, Captain Kane stood tall, her face calm, but her eyes sharp. "Hold the line," she ordered. "We will not break." Commander Lee checked the readings. "Shields holding at 70%, Captain," he said. "But the aliens are pushing harder. They're trying to surround us." Kane nodded. "We can't let them close the circle," she said. "We have to find their weak point." The Black Star's weapons fired again, white beams tearing through alien ships. But the enemy kept coming, wave after wave. Down in the core room, the crystal at the heart of the ship glowed brighter than ever. Strange symbols shifted across its surface, alive and changing. Engineer Maya was there, her eyes wide. She felt the heat of the crystal, its quiet power growing. "It's like it's waking up," she whispered. She tapped her comm. "Captain, I think the Black Star is changing." "The core. It's doing something I've never seen." Kane's voice was calm. "Explain." Maya took a deep breath. "It's like it's rewriting itself, evolving. The ship is alive, Captain, and it wants to fight." Kane closed her eyes. For a moment, she felt the weight of that truth. She had always known the Black Star was different, but now it was more than just a ship. It was a living thing. "Then we trust it," she said softly. "Let the Black Star show us the way." The alien flagship moved forward, weapons ready. Commander Zareth watched from his command seat, his red eyes cold. "They think their living ship will save them," he said softly. "We will tear it apart." He raised his hand. "All ships, focus fire on the Black Star." Plasma bolts slammed into the Black Star's shields, making the deck shudder. Sparks flew. The crew held on, eyes locked on the screens. Commander Lee's voice was tight. "Shields at 50%, Captain. We can't take much more." Kane's mind was calm. "We hold," she said. "We trust the Black Star." Deep in the core room, the crystal's light grew even brighter. The walls pulsed softly, like a giant heartbeat. Maya watched in awe as the symbols on the walls shifted and formed a new pattern. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the ship. Calm, ancient, powerful. "I am ready." Maya felt a chill. She whispered, "Black Star, what are you ready for?" "To protect, to fight, to become what I was made to be," the voice said. "I am more than a ship. I am a guardian." On the bridge, lights flared as the Black Star's systems came alive. The weapons glowed brighter, the engines hummed louder. Lee looked at Kane. "Captain, the ship it's doing something. I've never seen power readings like this." Kane's eyes narrowed. "Then we let it do what it must." The Black Star's hull shimmered, as if it were changing shape. Blue light ran like rivers across its surface. Plasma bolts from the alien fleet hit the shields, but the Black Star's power didn't falter. It grew stronger. Commander Zareth's eyes widened. "What is this?" he hissed. "How can it still stand?" The Black Star's voice echoed on the bridge, calm and sure. "You will not take me. You will not harm my crew. I was made for this moment." Kane took a deep breath. She could feel the ship's power all around her, warm and alive. "Then let's finish this," she said. "Black Star, show them your strength." The Black Star's main cannon fired, a beam of white light so bright it cut through the darkness. It struck the alien flagship, tearing through its shields and smashing it apart in a single blow. The alien fleet hesitated. For the first time, they looked at the Black Star not as prey, but as a force they couldn't match. On his broken ship, Commander Zareth's cold eyes narrowed. "This is not over," he whispered. "We will find the secrets of your ship. And we will return." But for now, the Black Star stood alone in the darkness, silent and strong. Its voice spoke once more to Kane. "Captain, the battle is not done, but with you, I will stand." Kane felt the weight of those words. She knew this was not just about survival. It was about something greater, something that would shape the future of humanity. She turned to her crew. "We're not done yet," she said. "Prepare for the next wave. The Black Star is awake, and so are we." Outside, the alien fleet pulled back, their ships flickering away into the dark. The Black Star waited, its heart glowing, ready for whatever came next. The Black Star moved through the darkness of space, silent and strong. Around it, the wreckage of the alien fleet drifted like broken memories. The crew watched the stars, waiting. For the next attack, Captain Kane stood on the bridge, calm and focused. "Status report," she said. Commander Lee scanned the screens. "The alien fleet is regrouping, Captain. They're gathering all their ships for one final push." Kane nodded. "Then we'll face them. This ends today." In the core room, the crystal at the heart of the ship pulsed with a bright light. Engineer Maya watched in awe. She could feel the power in the walls, the soft voice of the Black Star whispering in her mind. "I am ready," the voice said. Maya whispered back, "We are too." Outside, the alien fleet appeared like a storm. Commander Zareth led the charge, his eyes full of cold fury. "This is the end, humans," he said softly. "Your ghost ship will be your grave." The alien ships moved closer, weapons hot and ready. Plasma bolts lit up the dark, smashing into human ships. Explosions flashed across the sky. Admiral Ross's flagship took heavy hits. "Hold the line," he shouted. "We will not let them. Break through." On the Black Star's bridge, Kane watched the battle unfold. She saw the human ships struggling, fighting to hold back the alien wave. She knew this was their last chance. "Open a channel to the fleet," she said. Lee nodded. "You're live, Captain." Kane spoke calmly, her voice strong. "This is Captain Kane of the Black Star. Today we stand together. The Black Star will lead the charge. Follow us. Fight with us. We will not fall." The human fleet answered with cheers. They knew the Black Star was more than a ship. It was hope. The Black Star turned toward the heart of the alien fleet. Its weapons glowed bright, the energy of the core flowing like a river of light. Kane gave the order. "All power to the weapons. Fire at will." The Black Star's main cannon fired, a beam of white light that cut through 3 alien ships in one shot. The human fleet followed, plasma bolts and missiles filling the void. The alien fleet fought back with everything they had. Plasma beams slammed into the Black Star's shields, shaking the ship. But the Black Star did not break. Commander Lee's voice was tight. "Shields at 60%, Captain." Kane stood firm. "We hold," she said. "Trust the Black Star." In the core room, Maya watched as the crystal grew brighter. The symbols on the walls glowed like fire. "You are the heart of the Black Star," she whispered. The voice answered, calm and strong. "And you are its soul." Outside, the alien flagship moved forward, weapons aimed at the Black Star. Commander Zareth's voice crackled over the comm. "You cannot win, human. Your ship will burn." Kane answered, her voice cold and sure. "We will see." The alien flagship fired a massive plasma beam hitting the Black Star's shields. The deck shook, alarms blaring. Lee shouted, "Shields at 40%! Captain, we're being pushed back!" Kane closed her eyes. She felt the ship around her, alive and strong. She whispered, "Black Star, show me your true power." "The Black Star's," voice echoed calm and clear. "As you wish, Captain." The ship's hull shimmered, light running like rivers across the metal. The weapons glowed brighter. The engines roared. Maya watched in awe. "It's changing," she said softly. "It's becoming more." The Black Star fired again, a beam so bright it lit up the dark. It struck the alien flagship, cracking its shields. The alien ship shuddered, its weapons faltering. Commander Zareth snarled, "No, this cannot be." The Black Star fired a second beam, piercing the alien flagship's core. The ship exploded in a burst of light, the shockwave tearing through the alien fleet. The human ships cheered as the alien ships fell apart one by one. The battle was turning. On the bridge, Lee looked at Kane, eyes wide. "Captain, we're winning!" Kane's eyes were calm. "Then let's finish it." The Black Star led the charge, tearing through the last alien ships. Plasma beams and missiles filled the void, but the Black Star's shields held, unbroken. Finally, the last alien ship fell silent, drifting in the dark. The battlefield was quiet. The human fleet floated in the wreckage, battered but alive. On the Black Star's bridge, Kane took a deep breath. "Status?" Lee checked the screens. "The alien fleet is gone, Captain. We've done it." Kane looked out at the stars. She knew this was not the end. There would be more battles, more challenges. But for now, they had won. She whispered, "Thank you, Black Star." The voice of the ship answered softly, "Thank you, Captain. Together we are strong." And in the silence of space, the Black Star drifted, silent, waiting, ready for whatever came next. The battlefield was quiet now. Wreckage drifted like ghosts in the darkness. The Black Star glowed softly, its shields holding steady as the last alien ship fell silent. Captain Kane stood on the bridge, her eyes scanning the stars. The battle was over, but her heart was still heavy. Commander Lee spoke softly. "Captain, we've done it. The alien fleet is destroyed." Kane nodded. "Yes, but this victory came at a price. We lost good people today." She turned to look at her crew. They were tired, but their eyes were bright. They had fought together, and they had survived. In the core room, Engineer Maya watched the crystal at the heart of the Black Star. It pulsed slowly, like a giant heart still beating. She felt the power there, calm and strong. She whispered, "Thank you, Black Star." The voice of the ship answered, soft and warm. "You gave me purpose, and I will protect you as long as I exist." On the broken alien flagship, Commander Zareth drifted in silence. His ship was gone, his army defeated. But his eyes burned with a cold promise. "This is not the end," he whispered. "The darkness beyond the stars still waits. And one day, it will come for them again." But for now, the darkness was quiet. The Black Star turned back toward the human fleet. Admiral Ross's ship moved forward, battered but alive. His voice crackled over the comm. "Captain Kane, you and your crew saved us all," he said. "The Black Star is not just a ship. It's a symbol of our future." Kane's voice was steady. "We fought together, Admiral. We all did." Admiral Ross nodded. "I'm ordering the fleet to return home. We need to rebuild. But the Black Star, it should lead the way." Kane looked at her crew. She saw the pride in their faces, the strength in their eyes. They had become more than soldiers. They were protectors. She said softly, "We will go home, but we will always be ready. Because we know the darkness is still out there." The Black Star's engines hummed softly as it turned toward the distant blue of Earth. Its core glowed like a promise. As the human fleet moved behind it, Kane whispered, "Let's go home." The Black Star answered, its voice calm and sure. Together. The stars stretched out before them. In the darkness, the Black Star shone like a beacon, a symbol of hope, of strength, and of the power that comes when humans stand together. And as it led the fleet back to Earth, the Black Star knew one truth. No matter what darkness waited in the far reaches of the galaxy, it would always be ready to fight for those it called its own. The future was uncertain. The darkness was still out there, but for now, there was peace. And in that peace, there was hope. The Black Star and the brave crew who called it home had won this battle, and they would be ready for whatever came next.